This was a mature drama for a mature woman. This drama used eye cream. There's retinol. There's retinol in this drama, okay?
Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much.
Annyeonghaseyo, welcome to Afternoona Delight, where Leah, Megan, and Amy, romance novelists, and your K-romance guides. So grab some dekboki and listen to your new favorite unnies.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
Hi there.
So I was just teasing the promise of sharing a little bit about the fun thing I did this weekend, which is I went to my very first fan meet for honestly anything. I mean, I've been to concerts, but I've never gone with like the express purpose of like going to be a fan of someone in just like a space designated for what fanning would be. I had no idea. And this was a fan meet for Boss and Newell from the what I like to call the Oscar-winning performance. That was Love in the Air, which, Megan, I know you watched. Amy, I don't think you watched Love in the Air.
I didn't.
And our friend Allison from the Afternoona Army podcast, she calls it Motorcycles Are for Lovers. That's her nickname for this drama, which is funny.
And I will say motorcycles in general leave me dry as the Sahara Desert. There is nothing I like about motorcycles, really. Like, I find them frightening on the road. I don't like interacting with them when I'm in my minivan and they like pop up and scare me. I don't like riding my bike and one comes by. Like, I don't have like a motorcycle thing where I'm like, yes, I just want to be on the back of a motorcycle and like feel that engine between my legs. Yet, in this, I do enjoy seeing riding lessons of sorts.
There's no motorcycle involved there, but
no motorcycle, just riding lessons. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, I went to go see I went to this fan meet. It was in San Francisco. I saw that they were coming and I was like, you know what? I'm curious. This feels like good research for the pod, just to like go and
absolutely.
Two members of our Patreon went to it. AJ and Amy, who, so I kind of posted in our Patreon that I was going to go. Two people said that they were going to go. One of them traveled all the way from Richmond, Virginia, which is amazing. So did like the first trip to the West Coast, I believe. The other was California based. And we got to meet up, which is super fun because meeting new Patreon members is really great. I get really nervous ahead of time and have to like psych myself up because I forget that like, even though I talk to people online, like, I don't know, when you meet someone in person, I get a little shy. So I have to like be like, okay, I'm going to be brave. We went to a Thai restaurant, maybe a little on the nose. I picked it, but I was like, whatever, it's around the corner. Feels of the moment. And it was like that funny thing of like, now I have to go and like figure out like, it's like, I wasn't like, I'm going to be wearing this color with this rose in my hand. So we had to like kind of figure out like who each other were. And it worked out fine. And I will say first and foremost, they were my favorite part of the day was meeting the two of them. I always feel so lucky that we are in community with people who are a lot smarter than me most of the time. Just like have like a lot of insider knowledge on like a whole bunch of different shows and dramas, have really good insights and perspectives, are really reflective. Not to say that like you can be none of those things and that's fine too, but like they both were. And so that was like a really fun part of the day. The fan meet, I think it was interesting in that it was in a theater that was not huge. And I would say people were like, I hope it was well attended. I don't know what well attended would have looked like. It wasn't like sold out to where like every seat was taken. I had bought like a cheap seat up in the balcony and they ended up closing the balcony. And so I was on the floor in the balcony, but the balcony only had 2 rows of seats. So it wasn't like this was like a massive theater or anything.
Right.
But I mean, like the floor was full. For the most part, there were a few empty seats, but like, you know.
Your videos looks like there's a crowd.
I mean, it wasn't like there was like no one there by any stretch. And it is funny to just have like 2 characters from like a show you watch just like walk out on the stage and like you're close enough that they're just people standing there. And it's like, I don't know why, but it's such a funny experience to be like,
right.
Be like, if like Lee Min-ho just comes out and you're like, oh, you are just a huge, like, there you are being a person.
It's pretty wild.
It is. It's a weird experience.
Like I did it, I did a couple of Comic-Cons with my kids where we did a photo with Chris Evans and Tom Hiddleston, and I couldn't even talk with like the 6 seconds that we were there. And then we did Stranger Con where we got to like Millie Bobby Brown and Noah Schnapp and like, all the Stranger Things kids. No Joe Keery though, so that was sad for me. And we did another con where they took a picture with the cast of Boy Meets World.
You're like an old hat at the fan meet.
But like, I am very uncomfortable with it though. Like I would have been more comfortable doing what you did, like seeing it from afar than doing the photo ops. Like the photo ops made me really nervous.
Well, we haven't gotten to the high touch part.
I was like,
okay.
So I definitely knew my comfort level. And like, look, I don't have like a self-hatred for my face or anything like that, but I don't love photo. I just always feel awkward in like a stage photo. I don't mind if like a camera's out and people are just taking pictures, but whenever it's like smile and pose, like I look as if I'm being slowly murdered because I've just never been somebody who's been comfortable being like, okay, I'm like, can I get my picture taken? Like if somebody wants to candid snap, go for it. But just like that like moment of like, and then to be there with like some random famous person, I was just like, I definitely don't want to do that. Like I'm happy to support anyone who wants to do that, and if that feels good to them and their fandom journey, that's great. I'm kind of just here for like the spectacle of it, somehow not really fully getting together like the high touch element that was coming towards the end. Like I kind of like blocked, I disassociated from it a little bit. So basically what happened at the fan meet, they sang the theme song. They then played then they had questions. So there was like a box, and people, I think, who must have been like in the VIP who came for sound check must have been able to put in questions. I mean, there were some questions that were like, if you were an animal, what would you be? They wanted to be cats. I was like, sure. Okay. Exactly. Like, okay. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be a hater.
Like this whole, like it's this weird fan service. That's weird. I shouldn't say that. It's not weird. It's just not what I'm used to.
I don't know if I would have asked that question, but at the same time, like, fuck it. Like, ask whatever question you want. Like, I've asked questions before, like, if you could have the legs of any animal, what would you have? But I would have been actually more interested.
It's very like Asian entertainment type questions.
Yeah. So they had an MC who was from like, I think some sort of BL, I don't know, show. Like she was famous, I guess, on like BL content stuff. So that's the other thing is like, I enjoy watching BLs, but I haven't really gone into like a BL space of like, I'm not following like a lot of the actors or the shows and things like that. And that's not, and again, that has like for real, I have nothing to say negative about it. It's just like, my time is busy and I'm spending all my free time pretty much still investing in K-pop if I'm not watching K-dramas. So I will enjoy BLs for content, but I'm not like really in the rabbit hole of like looking to see what's next or like following like the worlds of it. Then after that then they both sang individual songs, which that happened. I don't know, like, yes.
Yeah.
And then
do people singing who you don't know for singing, does that make you uncomfortable?
Like people who, wait, what?
Like watching people sing who you don't know them as singers. You know what I mean?
No.
Does that make you uncomfortable?
No, they both are, especially Noel is really like in his Idol era. And so like the bright bubblegum pink hair really has like lost even more. Really is like fully embracing like the Idol vibe. Looks amazing. I would just say that like I am excited for where they're going and what is to come for them. I don't know what else to say. Like, good for them. I am excited. They both had a song. I think he was more of like, this is his next steps to some degree. It felt like they did play some games that were kind of like those pass paper into your mouth. Like it felt like watching like some of like the K-pop stuff, especially from like when they're like young and they make them do kind of like oddly sexualized games.
Yes. Like the hockey game and stuff.
Yeah. So this one was like mouth, like, paper in the mouth, put it in a bucket and a certain amount of time. Then it was like pass a ping pong ball between your mouths and spoons.
Oh,
and then
God.
it was like squash, break balloons in between your bodies.
Oh, God.
And so I think for me, I don't need that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the conventional expectations were of the group. So that's the other thing is like, I kind of just like was a ring in. So I don't know like what like the normed behavior would be if you were going to an event like this. I'm not sure if other people did have in their mind, like, oh, this is what it should be. Or maybe this is just like how it always is. But for me, I was more like, look, I was like more the asshole that was like, let's talk about character motivation.
Yeah, like I want like a sit down interview. Can you tell us how filming was? Can you tell us a funny story about filming?
Yeah,
like
and they had a little bit of that, but I mean, I would have been like good with that and been like, my bucket is full.
I don't need a game. I do not need a pass the paper with your mouth game. Like that's fine if that's what, like, if you're listening and that's what you like, that's totally fine. I would say
they were
me,
fine
though,
with it. Like if this was bringing them nothing but pure joy, and I have no idea if they are like, I am into
maybe they love it.
But they're like 25. And I was like, I feel like you're like a full man. Like you can do kind of what you want. So anyway, I don't know. There was like times where I just felt a little bit like, is this,
they're not kids. They're not kids.
Internally, I was a little bit sometimes unsure. And also I've been in spaces and I have participated in spaces where like when the K-pop moment strikes and the whole group starts barking, that's a moment like that. That's like been like a real trend. I think that's been happening lately.
Right.
It does hit different in like a small auditorium. Like, I don't know. I don't want to like, again, overall, I want to say though, they're beautiful. They seemed like they really enjoyed each other's company, which felt nice. They definitely, I just want them to make all their money, have all their success, and do whatever it is they want to do because I think they're delightful.
Right.
To close it out, there was the high touch event. And basically what it was they were like, okay, like your area, just get in a line and you're going to like go through on stage and say, hey. And I just kind of had this like panic of like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then it's like, what? There's nothing you need to do. Like what's the opposite of inertia where it's like just the momentum of the move. There's basically just a line and you walk by and they had their hand out and you basically just high five them. And I was like, I was like, disoriented and like, high five. And then I was out and all I could think of was, well, they are very beautiful. Good for them. Thriving.
Could you look? I would have been able to look them in the eye.
I looked boss in the eye.
Okay. More comfortable with boss.
Slightly disassociated.
Right.
Could not look in the face at all.
Right. Not with that hair. Not with that bright pink hair. I would have lost my mind. I would have had a hard time looking either of them in the eye in a high touch situation.
And I would have thought that boss was my bias of the two. Nope.
I don't know. I like both of them. I was so like, I really did it. Just, I enjoyed your videos. Like, I know you posted some videos on Instagram of the fan meet, and I really did appreciate that because I also was like, I don't even know what to expect from something like that. And especially like, it's not a K-pop fan meet. This is a Thai BL fan meet. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I was gonna say the closest thing I've experienced is the Q&A with the Rose before the show when I was in Denver. And that was fun. It was very like low key. Like you could have paid for a higher VIP ticket to do like the walkthrough like photo thing with them, but that makes me very nervous.
Yeah, I mean, the closest I've to like a fan meet would be like authors I like, but I mean, the only thing I did was when It's Only Sunny in Philadelphia actually had. This was back in like season 3 or 4. I don't know. They're all like season 14 now. When they did their live show of like the Nightman Cometh, if anyone is
isn't that their podcast? That's their podcast, right?
Is it? I actually don't know. So. But this was like their live show that it was like a musical they did on the show, and then they toured it, and I went to go see it in Philadelphia. At the time, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is not like it is now. Like Rob
They
McElhenney,
performed the whole musical.
they performed the whole musical, and I saw it in a theater in Philadelphia. It was
that horrible
wild.
musical.
It was absolutely amazing in person. Like,
no, but I know, but I'm saying like the actual like
totally.
story.
Oh yeah. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And Dee had on that like tight dress where she can't raise her arms. And like it's that's so, but they didn't do a fan meet, or maybe they did. It's not like I all I know is I went and watched it and then left. But I do remember the feeling of seeing, I was like, these are the people I have seen on my TV screen, and now they're like real live in front of me on this stage, and it was wild. So it's a weird feeling for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it. I think it was a good
I'm glad you did it.
stretch zone. I do stand by the fact that meeting the Patreon was my favorite part.
Yeah.
But I think it was, I mean, like, it's fun to just be, and it was also weird because, like, in some ways, I think I would have expected them to feel more human. And then instead, in seeing them in real life, like, especially close, I was like, it actually feels like weirdly less human because they're like, not like you're not at the grocery store looking over and seeing someone like that.
Right.
Like,
It's very performative. Like they're not up there being there. Like,
no, and they're just like larger than life looking.
Yeah.
Like that, like a perfectionist aesthetic. Like, I don't know. I don't live in LA. I'm not seeing like celebrities on the regular. So it's just like, there's just like, you know, a lot has been invested in their appearance, and it shows.
I get what you're saying. You're like, these are definitely celebrities, and these are not.
yeah. And I was like, oh,
yes,
wow.
they're human, but also not.
Right. Yes, they put on their pants just like the rest of us. But I was just like, oh,
but they're gorgeous pants and gorgeous legs and gorgeous everything.
Yes. We'll leave it there. I will say, look, the world continues to surprise and delight me.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Thank you for telling us.
She's trying to segue. I can feel it.
Oh, me or you,
Leah?
Oh, are you going to segue?
Oh, no, I thought Leah was trying to segue.
I mean, I am ready to segue. I do not have a segue.
Oh, okay.
I don't either.
I would, when it comes to Mary, and I mean, there was not a lot of murder, but I also wasn't like, I wasn't in a space to marry, mate, or murder them. It was just kind of more like beautiful art on a wall, but yet I still want to like understand that they're like I still like
respect their humanity.
Yes, I still felt like an obligation to be like, you aren't just a beautiful like picture on a wall, you are human, and I respect that for you.
Okay, so that's our segue, because today we're going to take a step back and we're not going to respect anybody's humanity. We're just going to objectify
the characters.
Right? Yes. Characters. We're not
much more comfortable.
We're not looking at people as humans. We're looking at them as their characters in K-dramas. So yes,
that's way more fun.
Yes. So that's our segue into our Marry Mate Murder episode. And I think that is important to say up front is that we are not talking about any real people in this. We are just talking about K-drama characters. And we had like some Patreon requests for us to have like a fun and games episode doing some Marry Mate Murder, which we have done before in 2021. I went back and found our old script. We did this in July of 2021. So we are definitely overdue for a new Marry Mate Murder.
We are. It's really fun too. I remember loving doing it last time. So
yes. And we also tossed it out to the Patreon to give us some Marry Mate Murders to do, which we will get to in a little bit. I need to gear myself up for them because they're so good and so mean. Because you have to murder somebody in all of these, you know, and I don't want to murder anybody that I love. So
I don't want to marry most of them.
Right. Some I don't want to marry either. So first of all, who wants to explain the game? If there's anybody listening who's like, what is Marry Mate Murder?
Marry Mate Murder was just a game where you pick 3 people, characters, whatever, and you say which one of the 3. That's the like hard part. Is of the 3, which one will you marry, will you mate, and will you murder? And it's rough. It's hard to do.
And it's a much nicer way of saying the game Marry Fuck Kill.
Right.
we do Marry Mate Murder.
Right.
We'll play the game a couple of ways. First, we're going to pick our choices to marry, mate, or murder from all K-drama heroes and compare those to the choices of who we picked 3 years ago, because I found our old script. So I think this is really funny.
Yeah.
We'll do some host picks from a couple of other categories. We'll toss it to the Patreon and do some of their really creative categories that they tossed at us. And then we might toss out a few surprise ones that we did for each other. And remember, folks, like we said in the beginning, this is all in good fun. Of course, we don't want to murder anybody, and the whole mating thing, should it ever chance to happen, would only do so with both parties' consent.
And I would be a K-drama heroine at the time.
Yes, exactly.
There's some people on my list I would want to murder.
Oh, yeah, no, there are like.
Oh, when I get to one, Megan, you're not going to disagree with me.
I already saw it. And I know exactly who it is. I can't wait to talk about it.
I laughed at some of yours, Leah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So let's start with the heroes and see who we chose in 2024 versus 2021. So this is Marry, Mate, Murder, the K-drama hero edition. So we'll tell you like who the character is and who played them and what drama they're from.
So to marry in 2021, to the surprise of no one, I chose Healer from the drama Healer, played by Ji Chung-wook. I feel like 2021 was my Healer era. You know, I was like deep into Healer, so I was not over that for a solid year. I actually had a hard time choosing a new Mary, and I guess I kind of wanted to choose maybe one that I don't know, maybe took me by surprise or you guys. So I actually chose Lee Gong-do, played by Lee Jun-ho in Rain or Shine or Just Between Lovers. And honestly, to me, I loved how devoted he was to her, how he stuck up for her, how much he loved her. It was like he was just like, she's my girl. Like she's my woman. Like she's it for him. He's going to be devoted for life. I loved him in that. Even if it wasn't one of my top favorite dramas, he was one of my top favorite heroes.
He was amazing. He was a fantastic hero and so angsty, but so good.
Yes.
So for Mary in 2021, because we did Marry, Mate and Murder in 2021. For Mary, I had Egon from The King Eternal Monarch, played by Lee Min-ho. Also probably to the surprise of no one. And for 2024, so look, I am still all up in my feels from Lovely Runner, which I just finished. Yesterday was May 28th, which was the date of the final episode dropping. And I'm still in the grips of this drama. So of course, I'm going to be many years younger and a K-drama hero. And I am going to marry the beautiful, wonderful Ryu Sun-jae, played by Byun Woo-suk.
And then look, I'm also kind of like in my why choose era. Like, look, can we just have harems? Because that seems fine to me. But yeah, 2021, look, I still stan it, which is Kim Hee-sung, played by Byun Yo-han, who this is a Mr. Sunshine character, kind of the foppish part of like, you know, whatever love pentagram was happening in Mr. Sunshine, who ends up in like a hardcore bromance with both our savage samurai and Mr. Sunshine himself. I wrote, I think, a whole like poem essentially for him in Marry, Mate, Murder and in Mr. Sunshine. But today we are not talking about him. We are talking about a drama that's only 6 episodes in, and I don't even care. Like the whale noises I make alone watching this alone shows me that like this is true love. I don't care. I mean, I hope he doesn't fall apart. I don't think he will, but I am talking about the character of Lee Jun-ho, played by Wee Ha-joon in The Midnight Romance at the Hagwon. I have never not liked Wee Ha-joon. Like I've never been like, Wee Ha-joon, but I've never been like, my fucking God, Wee Ha-joon. I am not only my fucking God, I am like Where do we sign? Let's get the license. Let's get married. What church? What courthouse? This character is, to me, such a green flag of competence porn, confidence, and like he could sell me anything, and I'd be like, I believe your vision. I'm invested in your vision. Let's go. Even to little things like he gets wet in a scene, and then like heroine tries to give him her jacket, and he just like he cannot physically take it, not because he's like too masculine and can't like accept the help of a woman, but he's just like, you deserve every bit of comfort that happens in this world.
Oh, stop.
I will be fine. I will just like I will be warm. Essentially, I will be warm by just seeing you healthy and taken care of.
Oh my God.
And she's such like a person that's like an overworking, like, you know, it's like the caretaker kink I have. So here's this person who's holding it all down, and he sees her. And not only that, has he seen her for a long time because he used to be her student? Yes, he has. So, and has he carried that flower through the years? Yes, he has. So I'm just like, I'm a fucking mess for this guy. Sorry for all the F-bombing, but like, I cannot talk about him normally.
I feel
Wrote
like
another poem for her Mary.
right. I feel like if anything, whether or not I end up loving this drama, and I hope that I do, just because I already do love Lee Ha-joon so much. Yeah. I think this drama has done its job in making you fall in love with Lee Ha-joon, because that makes me so happy.
Same. I gotta be honest, even if I think I will like this drama, but even if I don't care. I'm so happy that you have fallen for him, because Amy and I have been on the Lee Ha-joon train. You've been like watching it like with love, but you haven't really been like on board it with us, which totally respect that. So I'm really glad that you're now on the train. You're basically the conductor.
You are.
I'm the conductor going to like I'm ready to register at Target. Like Lee Ha-joon and I are very happy together. I am a mess, and I just make these like awful, pathetic noises watching the TV, like, and I have to pause it and like take moments and like get up and walk away and like calm down. That's what's happening.
I love
that. Makes me happy.
Makes me very happy.
Okay, so moving on to Mate.
So in 2021, first of all, I love that clearly Amy just copied.
Oh yeah, I kept when you said some fun stuff, I kept it. Yeah,
you just copy and pasted what I said in 2021, and I really respect that, because I said I 100% without a shred of a doubt want to mate Kodong Man from Fight for My Way. Thank you. I stand by that. Very much. But this time in 2024, I chose Nam Kang Ho, played by Uteo in Love to Hate You.
So good.
Because this is a man. This is a whole man. He will do way more than hold your hand.
So much man.
He will do way more than hold your hand. He will do bed play with you. How else do I say it? They had like fun. They had fun in the sheets. He will then stare at you lovingly for an hour while you're still sleeping, just because he loves you that much, because he's such a freaking marshmallow. He'll like leave his career for you. Well, you know, that's not a spoiler. I'm just saying he like would. He's just everything. And it's just, he's a man. Okay. This is a mature drama for a mature woman.
I am so not.
This drama used eye cream. Okay. There's retinol. There's retinol in this drama. Okay.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. And so that's why he's my choice.
Look, age is no barrier for me right now. Okay. Because we're going with characters. And I'm also like, I feel like I have a theme going here. So in 2021, for Mate, Kim Shin from Goblin, played by the GOAT. This is what I wrote 3 years ago. Dong Yu. And
Still
so
true.
I'm sticking with my supernatural characters here, because one of my newest loves in the past year or so is from Alchemy of Souls, Lee Jae-wook as Jang Wook. But specifically, Alchemy of Souls Part 2, Jang Wook, when he is in his goth era. Basically like angsty as fuck. And I want that. I want him to channel that angst.
He would. It would be amazing.
That angst of his empty soul from, I don't want to give, there's soul shifters in this. So like nobody's who you think they are, but his angsty soul from having lost his true love and, after he was reborn from the ashes in what Megan considers not very much of a cliffhanger.
Oh, stop!
Part one. Yeah, I just want all that. I'm going to help him channel that emotional angst.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to do.
You're doing him a favor.
I am. I'm doing everybody a favor. He's going to be happier for it.
Mm-hmm.
So in 21, I was in my Mr. Sunshine era. I wrote, okay, so hands down, the Kdrama character who is coming with Nuna to Pound Town is Gudong Mei, played by Yu Yeon Suk, the sweaty, bloody samurai. Yeah, still yes. However, I'm adding to my harem here 3 years later with a new addition who is Jo Eun-sung playing Jae-yul-in, who neither of you have seen this drama yet. It's called That's Okay, It's Love. He is also a man. He is, I think, like an 81 birthday, like full grown up. He plays a character who is an author and a radio host. But the thing about him, besides his exceptional riz and swaggy eye contact, that isn't like douchey or creepy, just full of charisma, is that I really enjoy that he calls the heroine on her bullshit. And she calls him back. It's like very much like this adult give and take of like, they both have to work through so much shit in this drama and so much internal like trauma and stuff like that. And also in this drama, the heroine has, like a sex phobia, which is well founded, but not grounded as a trigger warning, like alleviation, not grounded in some sort of assault history. But you do understand why she would have a sex phobia. But it's not because she had been assaulted or anything in the past but still you would get like it unpacks why. And he is also very like once he understands that, like there's a lot of respect too in terms of like personal touch with her and interacting physically, which also is just super fucking hot because consent is hot.
Yes.
Agreed. Okay. And then Murder. This one was hard for me. Well, in 2021, it was not hard. I chose Ha Suk-jin as EJ in something about 1%. I still stand by it. That is the worst hero that I've ever seen. But I had a really hard time choosing another one. I feel like I just haven't like disliked a lot of heroes. The last podcast, I mentioned this character. So this is Son Yul in Love Tractor, which is a BL. And I mentioned why I didn't like this hero. I just felt that he was very unkind to the other male lead through 95% of the drama. And it was just not enough for me. It didn't feel one-sided. It didn't feel two-sided. It felt very one-sided. And the other male character was just like a total golden retriever. So to see him like be treated unfairly irked me. So I chose him. But this one was hard.
Yeah, so for me, for Murder in 2021, I had Jun Jin Ho from Personal Taste, played by one of my husbands, Eamon Ho. And I've talked about my dislike for this drama more than once on the pod. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I just really did not like that character. Part of the conceit of that drama is that he was pretending to be gay so that he could live with Sun Yoo-jin's character, and get the inside scoop on the architecture of this house that her father designed because he was in this like architecture contest, blah, blah, blah. It just not a very redeeming character for me. So who I chose in 2024, this is hard, right? Because hopefully we're watching dramas where we don't like really dislike heroes that much, but Leah and I did a podcast on Love is for Suckers. So I won't get too in detail on this one, but it's Park Jae-hoon in Love is for Suckers, played by Choi Siwon. And this is one of those, and I don't want to like yuck anybody's yum who liked this drama. There was some redeeming stuff about this drama, but the main hero and heroine story I just did not love. It's the hero plays a contestant in a like reality dating show, and the heroine is like producer or director. I don't even remember. I don't know. Just I didn't like them. Okay, I'll just say that. But yeah, Leah and I did a whole episode on this drama, and we both just liked the drama less and less as we talked about it. So I don't want to make anybody feel bad who did like it, because we all have our own tastes. But this character in this drama just wasn't for me.
Fuck it. Today I'm swearing, and I'm just going to lay it out because I feel like
this is so funny.
And this is even like the one I feel like Megan and I align with, which is later. But look, honestly, Guwon for my demon. Song Kang is beautiful. I don't want him to die. And I mean, I don't even really need the demon to die, but look, I'm stuck on how I felt about this drama at the end. And so as a result, I'm like, I have like so many moral hangups on you that like if I've got to come for someone today, I am coming for this character. Last time I came for Mr. Sunshine himself.
You did.
Eugene Choi.
I think you were on.
You were doing the trifecta.
You did a whole trifecta.
I did do a trifecta, but this time I'm just going with, you know what, demon. Sorry, you know what? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
You know what you did, Guwon.
You know what you did to the parents of the children with cancer.
You know what you did.
You know. I don't forgive. You know what you did. I don't want to get into the spoilers. You know what you did to innocent people who were just trying to do the best for their families.
Yep.
Okay. So our next category is going to be K-drama heroines. So Marry, Mate, Murder with K-drama heroines, host choices. Megan, who would you marry?
So I just said the first, I said the first heroine that came to mind. And so I'm watching Lovely Runner right now. I'm halfway through and I'm in love with the heroine. Her name is Im Sol. And I adore her. I think she's great. I think she is very strong mentally. I think she's self-sacrificing. I think she's funny and brave. And I just adore her. She's loyal. Oh, loyal and protective. She just has all the things that I would want in a wife.
So I went with Yugil Che from My Dearest because look, that woman's gonna bring me home a water buffalo.
Hell yeah, she is.
Like when the shit hits the fan, that person, like we are going to be okay. Like we are going to unite, and I'm gonna be like, look, I know what I can trust here, and I can trust that we are going to be okay. And not only that, we will be thriving.
Yeah. She will create a whole entire new ecosystem for you.
Yep. She'll be out there just scrapping. Like I gotta keep the water buffaloes coming home to Leah. So I'm out here grinding.
I love it. So true.
So I don't remember how this character came up in context. I think it was like our last podcast. I'm not sure. But Leah, I think Leah, you brought her up. Cha Ji-won, played by Moon Chae-won in Flower of Evil. I mean, talk about like the best wife in the world, especially, in that drama. Her husband is quite possibly a psychopath serial killer. She's not sure. She loves him, but she's also not going to compromise her integrity for him, but she also trusts him. And it's just such a great, like she's just so great at being human, right? Like being a good human too. She's a cop. She's trying to figure out, who the serial killer is. She knows that her husband is a suspect. And she's still, Yeah, I mean, somebody who is about honesty and integrity, but also about love and trust. And I want that person to have my back and to be at my side.
Can I just say that I had only glanced at your answer, and for some reason I thought that was I don't I don't know what I was thinking.
Perfect.
I thought you picked Kim Ji-won from Queen of Tears. So then
She's
when you're
coming
like,
up. She's coming up.
well, I know, but then when you said her husband might be a psychopath serial killer, I was like, is that really the plot of Queen of Tears?
Yes, surprise, surprise. Kim
Kim
I was
Soo-hyun is a serial killer. No,
I
he's
was
not.
like, there's a serial killer. Oh my God, that was so funny. I was so baffled. I was like, really? You didn't tell me that. And then I look and I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, let's move on to Mate. And I will say this was the easiest answer I've ever come up with. Mine is Duna. So that's Bae Suzy from the drama Duna. Hands down. Oh my God, that was easy. after that kiss, I was done for.
I'm not going to disagree, but I also wanted to round it out. So yes, I would definitely happily meet Duna, but
Yeah.
I decided to, round it out to somebody else who I think would be, I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to be a dirty person today and say who's going to be a freaking tigress in the sack. And I am going with Issa from Itaewon Class, because not only do I find their bob and aesthetic very fetching, look, if you're gonna throw down and just be like, I'm just mating to mate, yeah, let's knock back some soju and see where the night is gonna take us.
That's a good choice. I like that one a lot.
So I did choose Kim Ji-won for Mate.
There you go.
Her character in Queen of Tears, Hong Hae-in, who is not married to a possible psychopathic killer at all. But Hong Hae-in is she is, let's just call her a go-getter. And she's gonna she's gonna be a go-getter in the bedroom. That's how I see it. She is a boss bitch in the best way. She takes no prisoners. She wants what she wants, and she's gonna get what she wants. And sometimes I just want to be wanted.
Okay, and the next one is Murder. This one was actually really easy for me because I really have a bone to pick about this entire thing. So I chose Kim Hyun-joo, played by Kim Se-ran in Bloodhounds. First of all, her character had the personality of paint drying. So I didn't like her really to start. I think they were trying to present us with this like badass female character, but it was extremely one note. I actually need to look if a man wrote this, because probably. Very one note character. Like all she could do was fight. And we were supposed to just like love her for that, I guess. Anyway, and I do actually have a beef with the actress who played the Kim Se-ran. So during filming, she got a DUI. And so, of course, they had to basically like change the script, and they cut her out of the drama, like at the end.
Oh, wow.
And you could tell it fucked things up. It really, really messed things up. They had to like obviously change the storyline. They had to bring in another actress, which by the way, she was fantastic. It wasn't the same character. They had to like write out this character.
Wow.
And then bring in kind of like a new female character. I guess they were like, we gotta have. So they brought in this new woman, and she was great. But it just was very frustrating to me because I was so invested in this drama. I was like, this has potential to be like in like one of my favorites. And then you can tell it just fell apart when they had to change the storyline. They basically did it at the 11th hour. So you know what? I'm a little bitter at Kim Se-ran. I'm very bitter. And that's all I have to say. So I would not murder Kim Se-ran, okay, but I would murder her character in Bloodhounds.
Okay.
See, I had a whole beef about that.
You did, but you know what? This is a time
Thanks.
to be cathartic.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
I am going to just piss people off more because
I think this is hilarious.
I am sorry. I'm not sorry.
Oh my God, Leah. I
went with Dodo He from My Demon because you too know what you did. You too know what you condoned. And look, I know people are going to be like, I like My Demon. It's my favorite drama. Okay. I am not like, love it. But I just murdered Dodo He. Just kidding. I didn't really. Just in my heart.
You did, though.
You know what you did.
You know what you did. Think of your father.
And for me, for murder, I chose Jung Soo Min from Marry My Husband, played by Song Ha-yoon. She is a great villain, but she's also horrible gaslighter, manipulator. And I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but she deserves some bad things.
Mm-hmm.
So
bad things happen to her.
Yeah, she deserves the bad things that happen. But I'm just I'm gonna give that a little nudge.
But is she a heroine or is that the villain?
Oh, that's right. She's not the heroine. Why did I pick her? I did this. I did.
But you're just having a little creative license, which is fine.
No, I fucked up. I didn't pick a heroine.
Okay.
Shoot. Should I try and pick one off the fly?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Or just think. You do. Think of someone right now.
Fuck you.
Who are you murdering of a beloved heroine right now? With no.
Right now. Who are
I
you
have
murdering?
to. I have to look at our list.
Yes or no? Yes or no? It's okay. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. I totally messed up on that one.
It's okay. I saw that, but I was like, well, you know.
No, I messed up. I was multitasking. I was like,
she can murder who she wants to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was because we do villains. So I messed up. Sorry.
Okay, because you know what?
Miane.
We're now moving on to Jesus. We're now moving on to our favorite part of every episode where no one is getting murdered.
Oh.
And it's our K-pop Wreck of the Week.
I'm really excited about this song. So this is Woke Up by XG. So XG is actually made up of Japanese idols, but they sing in English. And they're definitely promoted kind of as K-pop idols. It's a strange mix. I don't really care because Woke Up is so good. It is so good. The costuming is amazing. They wear I guess like grills on their teeth, but they're definitely made to look like fangs. So it's like metal fangs. Their outfits are kind of like furry as like a wolf type aesthetic. They have like fake nails that are like claws. Like, I mean, they kind of like curve out like fully. It's a ferocious song. Like, I feel like they say, I woke up feeling like this, so don't get under my skin. And I don't take it as, you know, some people say like, I woke up like this, meaning I woke up this beautiful. To me, they're saying like, I woke up this badass. So don't get under my skin. It makes me feel like I can conquer the world when I listen to this song. It's just so much fun. The costuming is amazing. The one idol shaves her head in the music video. Shaves her head.
Wow.
It's awesome. I just love it so much. It's very addictive. I walk around all day like, woke up feeling like this. Like, I can't rap like they can, but I pretend like I can. And yeah, it's a great time. It's a great video. You guys have to check it out. So again, it's called Woke Up and it's by XG. So like X as in X-ray, G as in girl.
Amazing. If you enjoy our podcast, you have our patrons to thank, at least in part. Afternoona Delight Patreon allows us to keep creating content for y'all to enjoy. Thank you so much to everyone who is supporting us there. And not to brag, but our Patreon community is pretty awesome. And you can join at a tier that feels good to you. Gain access to fun perks like Kdrama posts, monthly Patreon-only bonus podcasts, and even a live Kdrama support group on Zoom. because we know firsthand what it's like to have no one to talk to about those crazy plot twists, amazing characters, and all those feelings. And look, no one should have to walk that walk alone. So learn more by visiting afternoonadelight.com. That's www.afternoonadelight.com. And hey, while you're on the website, you can check out Afternoona Delight podcast merch, find links to book recommendations, bop along to our K-pop recs, glow up your skin with K-merch recs, find all of our social media, and a link to our email so you can send us recommendations or feedback. And hey, while you're at it, why don't you pop over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review? It really helps with our discoverability. 감사합니다.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Yep.
And now we are moving on to the Mary Mate Murder Villains edition, where I should have put Sumin, but that's okay. I have new ones.
It's okay.
So now we're just giving all three like right at once. So we're doing Mary Mate Murder Villain edition.
Okay. This was fun. I chose to marry Jong Gyu Chol, played by Kim Jae-uk in Death's Game. So I understand if you saw Death's Game, this isn't really a spoiler. I mean, kinda, but also
he's
not.
the baddie in that?
He's a serial killer, and I'm talking a terrible one.
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking awful. I'm talking torture. I'm talking blood everywhere. But I'm thinking if we were married, I would be okay. And it's Kim Jae-uk. And his house is very cool. And he has tons of security. So as long as he wasn't going to kill me, I would feel very safe.
Well, I mean, he's Kim Jae-uk.
And he's Kim Jae-uk. So let's just go with that.
But he's not Kim Jae-uk. He's the serial killer.
Okay. Then to mate, I also chose a villain from Death's Game. This time, Park Ta-woo, played by Kim Ji-hoon. And this guy is also absolutely terrible. But he's Kim Ji-hoon, and I feel like I could just do a mate thing because he doesn't like kill everyone, you know? So I feel like it would be okay. And he's Kim Ji-hoon. He looks amazing in this. Okay. And then murder. I chose a Jin.
That's so good.
A Jin Moo from Alchemy of Souls, because honestly, fuck that guy. I can't. Fuck him and his hair and his eyebrows.
That's
and his
such
smirk.
a good one.
I
That's
can't.
Such a good one.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Fuck his soul, no matter what body he's in. He's terrible.
That
was fun. One. That was real. Honestly, Mary Mate Murder among villains was very fun.
Yeah.
So I just have morally complicated. So people are going to be like, I hate you for you're my demon, and now fuck you for these answers.
Nice.
I don't care. I'm standing by it. So first, in my unpopular choices, I am marrying Yoon Eun-sung from Queen of Tears, who was the villain. Because you know what? Sorry, but daddy, I love him. Like I can fix him. He has childhood trauma, a real bad mom.
A real bad mom.
A real bad mom.
A real bad mom.
Yeah. And so I'm like, it's not his fault. He's so cute. I can fix him. So yeah, look, I'm gonna fix it, make it work. Unsung and I are he's gonna write an apology letter for some of the bad stuff he did, and we're gonna be very happy and register at Target.
So you're gonna rehabilitate him.
Oh yeah.
With your love. Okay.
He's like, without even spending much time on it. Like, we're not gonna like get in the weeds. We're gonna be like, let's just do some deep healing. Let's do ayahuasca together, fix the hole in your heart, and then let's go like to French Polynesia. Okay. Then we're going to move over to the glory. Again, we have Park Sun-hoon because I can't get enough of him. And I am going to mate the mulleted Jae-joon so hard. I don't care what bad things he did. We are going to get super down with the mullet.
Before or after he falls into the cement?
look, obviously before, because I don't have like a corpse thing, but I am very into Park Sung Hoon right now.
Okay.
And I can go back to Into the Ring when he still did it for me, but his villains do it for me too. Just God damn it.
I can't even fathom him in Into the Ring now after seeing him in these two roles.
I still can remember. I just okay. And then the person I will murder, neither of you know. I will just explain it very quickly, and it is Wan Wan, who is the ninth prince in Moon Lovers. Because if you're going to be the villain in a tale, don't be the lackey villain. There's nothing worse than the lackey villain. Like, this isn't even like the villain. This is just like the Scrappy to the Scooby villain. And there's just nothing worse than being the lackey villain. So fuck the ninth prince in Moon Lovers. Everyone should still watch Moon Lovers because it's just soapy delight. But the lackey villain, kill him. Put him in the fire swamp of my demon.
Okay. So for me, villain edition, I'm gonna marry a Moogie, played by Lee Tae-ri, from Tale of the Nine-Tailed, because he's gonna make me immortal. You know, if we mate in not like mate like fuck, but mate as in mate for life, I'm gonna be his immortal queen, and I'm gonna make a Moogie eggs come out of everybody's mouths, and it's gonna be the best. So that's and we're gonna pretend that we're interns, and it's gonna be so much fun. That's gonna be our role playing when we wanna cook things up in the bedroom. We're gonna pretend we're interns.
Right. With your little lanyard.
Yeah, we're gonna wear nothing but lanyards.
And then just like sensual eggs coming out of your mouth.
the tags like hitting against your chest, like
slapping.
And you just know, right at the crescendo, you just open your mouth.
He grabs me by the lanyard.
A white egg comes out.
Well, this isn't even mate. This is Mary. So mate.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. We have to mate him too.
Right. But I'm saying like, So mate, I can't say much, but like, if you know, Flower of Evil. Oma, the real villain in Flower of Evil.
Oma.
I don't want to say who it is, even though he has been mentioned. I'll just say that he has been mentioned in somebody else's villains.
Yep.
He plays a good villain. He plays a good not villain too, and he's a man. He has a ponytail. And when he puts that hair in the ponytail, he means business. I just am picturing him like, getting ready to crawl over me on the bed, pulling his hair back in a ponytail, and shit's gonna go down. And then murder, Jang Dae-hee from Itaewon Class, played by Yoo Jae-myung, and that is the CEO dad.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
I cannot stand him.
Who makes our Haksoi kneel.
Oh my God, I want to poison his dumb tea so he dies right on his stupid chessboard.
Break his neck like a chicken.
Yeah, break his neck like a friggin' chicken. I can't stand him. I hate him.
Oh man, I'm gonna have some Moogie dreams tonight.
Yeah. Lanyard. I can't stop thinking.
And then when what was he, Dried Squid Fairy and Extraordinary You? Just
yes. I love Lee Tae-ri. I do. I picked a lot of young dudes, but for Flower People, I promise he was not young.
Right.
He's a real man. They're all real men, but like he's a mature 40 plus man.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Second leads. This is fun. I like this. This was a good one. Okay, so for Mary, I chose Lee Gong-min from My Lovely Liar, and I think Lee Gong-min was my last choice for
so good.
Second male lead SOS. I'm pretty sure the last episode
he was. I forgot about that. He's a good one.
Yeah, so Lee Gong-min was just such a good dude. Okay, he was like the second male lead, who his girlfriend broke up with him because she thought he lied, but really he just didn't want to burden her with the fact that he had stomach cancer and was getting treated. I mean, did he make a mistake by not telling her? Yes, but he is a good dude. And in the end, they didn't fall into the cliche of him being like a terrible ex-boyfriend who ruins the life of her new boyfriend. No, he was still amazing and was just there for her and her new boyfriend. And I love him. And he is very tall. And okay, so mate, I chose Min Hai.
Hey.
Or you would say it Min Hae. Okay.
Yeah.
So for mate, I chose Min Hae from A Shop for Killers. And the way I loved Min Hae,
I know.
She was a badass assassin. She had some of my favorite. I mean, Lee Dong-wook is in A Shop for Killers, and yet Min Hae is still one of my favorite like characters in that drama. She had some of my favorite overall scenes in that drama. And they managed to give her, in a short drama, they managed to give her character backstory and depth. And her motivations were also pretty clear. And I just adored her. I thought she was fantastic. And she was also just hot as hell. Tall, looked amazing in like a black cat suit with a thigh holster for a gun. Like, girl.
And she can take down a whole warehouse full of baddies in the dark.
Warehouse full of
in
baddies.
the dark.
In the dark.
With a knife.
Yeah. So that's mine. And then we just talked about how much we love Wee Ha Jun.
Oh,
but I'm gonna murder him. So this one was very hard. Let me just tell you. I don't know why. I just had a really hard time thinking of someone. But I chose Jun Taek, played by Wee Ha Jun in Gyeongsong Creature. And the reason I chose him is just because he just makes some dumb choices. He's not a bad guy at all. He just makes some dumb choices. And his dumb choices have consequences for some of my beloved characters who were smarter than him. And it just made me a little mad at him, even if his intentions were good. It made me really mad. Okay. So he could be speared by a massive creature. I would have been maybe okay with that in Gyeongsong Creature. So that's it.
Okay. So I'm next. And first, so I haven't talked a lot either about Lee Min-ki, the actor. I really love him a lot. I think we all do. But in my Liberation Notes, which is I'm the only one that watched my Liberation Notes, he plays a character, Chung-hee, and I would marry him by the end of the drama. I do want to give the important caveat that I want to wait till he's done his full arc, become a whole actualized person with a journey, and then I am happy to marry that wonderful man. To mate, I'm going Irang, played by Kim Bum in Tale of the Nine-Tailed, because just like in Needed One Class, we're going to have a couple drinks and then it's just going to get freaky. And so like, if you're going to mate, like for me, if I'm going to mate, I'm a busy woman. Like, I don't want to just like interlock fingers. I want like to burn the house down. So like, there we go.
I just need to say, in Tale of the Nine-Tailed, 1938, 34, I don't know.
38.
The year.
It's 38,
okay.
I think.
It doesn't really matter. They do give him a romance with this mermaid. And Leah.
She said mermaid. And it's correct.
Yeah, she's a mermaid. It's adorable because he has no game, no riz, none. And all the like Lee Dong-wook and the other characters have to like help him. They're like, this is what you do. And he's freaking
see that part for my fantasy.
No. I think you would just if he meaning he doesn't know what to do on dating. I feel like he would know what to do, but like the date part, he didn't know what to do, but he was trying.
Okay.
And it was very endearing. That's all. I actually really, really, really love that part of 1938.
No, I want to be like, eat my liver, make it so good.
You're so fucking
We
weird.
don't have to date.
That's another drama I've only watched half of. That's like 3 dramas I've come up with. Right, but I've only watched half of them.
I loved Till the 1934.
38.
30. Fuck.
1931. It was so good. My favorite.
36 and a half. I absolutely loved it. I actually thought it was really, really fantastic. So.
All right. So I'm going to the person I want to murder who this is where I was saying Megan and I are in alignment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Namyeon Jun, the second male lead in My Dearest. Fuck that guy. And at the end, I would have been like, oh, no. We don't interrupt. What's happening here? Let nature take its course.
Yeah. Him and Jinmu can just go die in a fire. Yeah, I have just negative zero love for that character. I do think Lee Hyuk-joo, the actor, you're a beautiful man. Yeah, it's not his fault. Yeah. I mean, he played his shitty ass character well. He did. It's not his fault. I mean, that's the thing. We're very rarely.
Right. This is characters.
We are talking about the characters.
Yeah. And that character is
terrible.
Nope.
Big nope.
Okay. So for me, because I haven't had the chance to marry this guy, and I'm excited for it. I'm gonna marry Good Boy from Startup.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
I mean, that man is gonna be a good husband. He loves with his whole heart, loves you so much that he'll give you up if he has to. Yeah, such a good second lead. Leah did a great SOS for him. Gosh, they're high school characters. A lot of mine are high school characters, and I'm not sorry. Okay, I'm just not, because I love these characters. I'm gonna make Choi Young-do from Errors, played by Kim Woo-bin, because he's Choi Young-do. Like, talk about somebody who needs his emotional boo-boos fixed. I'm gonna help him with that. Mm-hmm. We don't have to. We don't have to use our words to fix his boo-boos. We can speak the language of love.
What?
Amazing.
And then murder. This was hard, but I stand by this. Kim Joo-man from Fight for My Way, played by An Jae-hong. So he does Seol-hee dirty in this, and she is the best girlfriend who wants to be his wife, and he lets a wandering eye get the better of him and does not deserve the grace that she gives him. So
I agree.
Yeah, that's who I'd murder. Sorry, love that drama, love everything about it, but I'm gonna murder him.
Yeah.
All right, so now for the Zaddy round. What character would you marry, mate, and murder, except everyone has to be over 40?
This was also very fun. So the first one I chose was I would marry Ha Do-young, played by Jung Sung-il from The Glory. He's 44. If you've seen The Glory, you know he is an amazing husband who has to put up with a lot, and he's a fantastic dad, and I could be a stepmom. Especially to that cute little girl. I could do it. And he just looks incredible in The Glory. He's always wearing a suit. Oh, and he's so smart in this. Oh, I just love him. Okay, and then mate would be Choi Moo-jin, played by Park Hee-soon in My Name. He's 54, so he was like the villain. Oh my God, he is so attractive. And he was so bad. Oh, he was so bad. Like gangster bad. But then he also had a soft spot for the heroine in a way, but he was still willing to kill her. I don't know. Mate all the way. And then murder would be Kim Myung-gil, played by Park Sung-woon in Bloodhound. So he was 51, but he sucks in that drama. He's terrible and mean, and he beats up old ladies, and he carved a scar into my Udo Wan's cheek, and so he can fuck off and be murdered.
Good ones. Very good ones.
Okie dokie. So I went with Jung Hyun from My Dearest, clocking in at 46. Look,
I mean, duh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm marrying his woman. Now I'm marrying him. We're just like a throuple. Why choose?
Yeah.
You know, we're all very happy together.
Why not? Why not?
Without Young-jun, though. You're a throuple and Young-jun is murdered.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, he's dead, but
Yeah.
Jay and I are like, we're all together.
He's dead.
So you know what? After your love letter, sorry, I'm going basic, but I actually chose mating Lee Dong-wook from A Shot for Killers.
No,
It's a good one.
I actually wrote him first, then I changed it. So just so you know.
I didn't love the drama. I love his world weary cragginess.
You did.
And he too could eat my liver. So, you know, whatever. My metaphorical liver, if you know.
Right. I get it.
Then I wasn't feeling murdery by the time I'd done so much murdering. I went for like an easy murder victim, and that was Ji-hoon from Squid Game, clocking it at 52. Like, honestly, fuck that guy. I don't care.
Yeah.
Squid Game 2 is coming. The only thing I care about in Squid Game 2 is Wee Ho-jun.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I'm flipping one of mine because I put them backwards. It's just I'm keeping my same people. Anyway. So Mary Mate Murder, Zaddy. For Mary, I'm going to marry Han Jong-woo from Move to Heaven, who's the dad who dies, Ji Jin-hee. I have had like such a crush on him like since that drama. I loved him. I love the way that he was with his son. I've had a big crush on him for years, and I would like there to be more Move to Heaven. I know he wouldn't be in it, but you know, they teased a second season, so I wonder if we'll ever get that. Mate, Nam Kang-ho from Love to Hate You. Oh, sorry. Ji Jin, he is 52, by the way. Nam Kang-ho, played by Woo Tae-oh from Love to Hate You, and he is 43, so he would be Mate.
We're both mating him.
Yeah, I mean,
oh no, did I marry him?
I don't remember if you married or mated, but either way, you get to do both when you marry.
We're sharing.
Him. I mean, that's a thing. So yeah. Look, he's all man.
Mm-hmm.
He's like you said. There's retinol being used, and that's a good thing. He is built. He is sexy. He knows how to. He knows how to like everything about him in Love to Hate You is just sexy. There's no fisheye kisses. Like this is just, he's a man who knows how to kiss. He's a man who knows how to fuck. Just put it out there. And then murder. So we have a little overlap here with the actor, Jung Sung-il.
Yeah, but it's funny that you chose him in a different role.
Yeah, in a different drama as Shin Joo-hyuk in Bad and Crazy. I don't want to spoil Bad and Crazy, so I'm not going to really say much about him. And you'll forget if you go watch Bad and Crazy. But yeah, I mean, he's a horrible dude, and deserves what's coming to him.
Okay, so.
We have some surprises for each other right now.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is the surprise round. So basically we have some questions that we're going to ask each other that we prepared for ahead of time, but we didn't tell each other. So this is, you have to think on the fly.
Off the cuff.
So my first one is for Leah. And this is Mary Mate Murder. Okay. First one. Ji Hwan from Unknown. So we're talking about like the younger brother. Okay. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay. Hyo-wee from My Beautiful Man. And Adi from Kiseki. Mary Mate Murder.
The worst part is that like neither feel for me. So I have to do like a metaphorical meeting but the thing is like, who the fuck?
Right.
You want me to murder in this?
I know that. I knew that was going to be the hard part.
Okay. I'm just going.
Whatever you're feeling.
Yeah. See my pants.
Okay.
Is Mary, we're going to go with unknown.
Okay. He would be an amazing husband. Oh my God.
Yeah. Mate, my beautiful man.
Yeah.
Murder, Kaseki.
I'm sorry, AD.
Sorry too. I just can't help it. Like,
I know.
I gotta
Those are good ones.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. Let me do Amy's now. So I'm pretty excited about this too. So I realized when I wrote this that I did a mix between actor names and character names, but you're gonna know who I'm talking about. So we'll just go with it.
Okay.
So Amy, Marry, Mate, and Murder. An Bo Hyun in See You in My 19th Life.
Oh God.
Ryu Sun Jae in Lovely Runner. And then An Hyo Sep in A Time Called You.
No.
I felt evil.
This is so mean.
I know it's mean. I thought it was mean.
I can't murder any of these people.
I know.
Okay.
Maybe just like wound.
I'm going to marry Sanjay.
Of course.
From Lovely Runner. I've already done that today. I'm going to do it again.
Right.
I'm going to mate An Yosep from A Time Called You.
Yeah.
And I'm going to murder An Bo Hyun and hope that he's got more lives than him.
Yeah. We're hoping you come back.
Yes.
On Bo Hyun. Oh,
he's lived many different lives. I'm hoping that yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I thought that's what you'd pick.
Okay. So I've got some for you too.
Okay.
So, Megan, for you, I've got the like MMA fighter edition.
Ooh.
Okay. So we've got Woo Do Hwan as Gun Woo in Bloodhounds, Park So Joon as Kodong Man in Fight for My Way, and Lee Jae Hoon as Cho Sang-gu in Move to Heaven.
Oh my God. Oh my. This is hard, but okay. I would marry Dong Man.
Good choice.
I would mate Move to Heaven. What's his name again?
Cho Sang-gu.
Yeah. I would mate him, and I would murder my beautiful Woo Do Hwan in Bloodhounds, but his character is, if you saw his character is kind of like a golden retriever and like maybe not like the highest IQ.
So you're gonna kill him because he's dumb?
No. No. But I don't want to marry him. And I don't know. We'll see now. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. But
okay. Yeah, that's what you're going with.
It's hard. Because he's dumb. No.
Okay.
It's just I can't do my taxes. If neither of us can do them.
So for Leah, I've got the ridiculous character edition. So Leah, Ji Chang-wook as Lee Ul in Sound of Magic. Kwak Seong as Soo Chol in Cafe Minamdong.
Oh, this is great. I love that it's like murder's the easy choice.
Right. And the bean sniffing dude from Airs.
Leah's so annoyed. I love it. That's great, Amy. That's very funny. You can't see Leah right now, but she's basically doing that thing where she just like rubs between her eyes.
Okay. I'm meeting the bean sniffing dude from Airs. Or because fuck it.
He sounds like a good time.
Do some drugs, find out he's unhoused and we're under a pier and whatever. Fucking that's great.
Yeah.
Marry Cafe Minamdong because I'm not gonna marry the fucking crazy ass Sound of Magic dude who can die with his parrot for all I care.
Justice for Bella.
Justice. So I don't have any as good as I want to do some from the Patreon because I actually messed up mine and these are better. So I'm gonna ask one from Emma for Amy
Okay.
and Megan, then I'll do myself. So for Amy, this is the time travel edition.
Ugh.
So are we going to go with Sunjae from Lovely Runner, Yeonjun from A Time Called You, or Egon the King?
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
So are we killing Lovely Runner, A Time Called You, or the King? Eternal Monarch.
Okay, I can't ever not marry Sanjay. Like he's my husband right now. And I can't give up the chance to mate Egon. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anya Sup. I'm sorry.
Poor Anya
You're gonna
Sup.
get murdered in this
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, these are very good. So Megan
Yeah.
has the Kick-Ass edition. So, Jongwoo or Ji Chang Wook from Healer, K or Wee Ha Jun from Bad and Crazy, or Ko Dong Man or June from Fight for My Way.
Amy's gasp after each one.
Healer,
I'm
Bad and Crazy, Fight for My Way.
Yeah, I'm pissed about this one. Not really. I love you, Emma, but this is so hard because I already said I would mate Dongman, but now that you give me these choices, I might have to change things. Okay, I reserve the right to change things. Ugh. Because so I'm gonna marry a healer, and I'm gonna mate Kay because I have to. Like, every part of me
Yes.
Yeah.
needs to know what that's like. Okay, I'm sorry. So, Dongman, like,
Do some
I
egg
never-
yo.
but I already gave you props earlier, so like, just let me. I'm sorry, but are you kidding me? Like, I have to know about Kay.
I get it. Because
Okay, and then I'll read the ones
Okay.
to you, Leah.
Okay.
So for Leah, emotional damage edition. It's like, does she know us or does she know us?
She does.
Gudong Mei, played by Yu Yun Suk from Mr. Sunshine. Mr. Gu, Son Suk Koo from My Liberation Notes. And Jong Uk, played by EJ Uk from Alchemy of Souls.
Okay. So the issue is, I would say 2 would make poor husband choices at face value. But fuck it, because I want to mate. You can mate, and then when you marry, you're presumably mating. And I just look, my curiosity is piqued. These are emotionally unhealthy choices that I'm making from my id. So, in that note, Mr. Gu, I'm mating you. You are not marriage material for me. I want you. You have many problems. You also get very sweaty and work with machinery. And take me with your soggy, wet t-shirt after a long day of making kitchen cabinets or whatever, and bring me to your empty apartment filled with 3,000 soju bottles. And let's just see again where the night takes us.
Let's see what happens to my liver.
See if my liver is bruised the next day. If I need to go to urgent care, we're talking such deep penetration, my liver is injured.
Oh my God.
And then look, this is not a good marriage choice. This is not sensible. But I'm going to pretend like he's in it just for me. He can hate the rest of the world. But I'm not going to throw up my chance for Gudong Mei. I'm sorry.
I know you're not.
Just sweat on me. Come home after a day of a hardcore murdering. And then, as long as
Flashing
my skirt and look at me with hate love and then damage my liver, I guess it's unhealthy. It is an unhealthy choice because the problem is that when we're talking about emotionally damaged people, Jungkook is got much more of a redemption arc. Oh well, he can be a stone man off the cliff, I guess. I'm so sorry, baby. You didn't deserve that from me, but I didn't want you in my liver as bad. I don't know what the liver is in that.
I don't know.
Okay.
Can I just do a couple from Erin because I really do like some of these?
Yeah, she's got
like,
some good ones.
This one's my favorite. She's choosing, this is her bad guys category. Guinam, All of
Oh my
Us Are
God.
Dead. Minhwan, Marry My Husband, or Jaejoon, The Glory. Like, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm trying to think.
I mean,
I haven't seen
look.
Marry My Husband, so it feels like I'm not a good person for this one.
Okay.
Because I would murder them and
I've got it. I mean, okay.
Okay, go. What would you choose?
Look, I love Minhwa in a very unhealthy way.
Right? Oh,
I love Minhwan. So I think I'm gonna marry Minhwan. I'm gonna mate Jaejoon, and I'm gonna kill Guinam because I just can't get with a zombie. Like, I'm sorry. I love Guinam, but I can't get with a zombie.
Right. And he's in a school uniform.
True. Yes, he is. He's a zombie still in his school uniform. So
those are my choices too. That was a very good one though. I liked it. And
but I do have an unhealthy love for Minhwan from
me
Marry
too.
My Husband.
No, it's gross. Like, I hate that I have this thing.
His
for
smile,
Minhwan.
it's all in his smile. Like, it just gets me. Like, I don't want to get too much into it, but if you haven't watched Marry My Husband, he is the villain. He's one of two villains, and it's very obvious that he's the villain in the very beginning. But he's so charming that you see why she would have fallen for him and been gaslit by him, because he can be who you want him to be when
that's why
to be that guy.
I always have a problem when like the significant others are so terrible that you're like, well, how did this happen in the first place? But with this drama, you could actually see why she fell for his charm and how she came under his spell, especially when she had low self-esteem. So,
and just look at him smile. Like,
there's a lot of really, right. Look at him smile. There's a lot of really good ones in Patreon. So again, if you're not a Patreon member, swing by, and check them out. But, thank you everyone who.
Yeah, we're running really long tonight.
Yeah, we ran really long, so I'm sorry we would read more, but we really appreciate it. So this was really fun. I had a really good time.
And now I feel like conflicted and turned on, which is a uncomfortable combination.
I know. I'm conflicted by how many of my choices wear school uniforms. It's not true. The only one that doesn't is the zombie. The only one I'm killing is the zombie.
Oh my God, I love it so much. It's so funny. All right. Well, hey, that was fun. And we appreciate again everyone who helped us out. And we'll be back next week, as always.
Annyeong.
Annyeong.
Kamsahamnida. Thank you for listening to Afternoona Delight. Where can you find us outside the pod? Head on over to afternoonadelight.com. That's AFTERNOONADELIGHT.com. You'll find links to all our social media, our book recs, K-pop and K-skincare recs, and if you want even more Afternoona Delight, because really who doesn't, you can join our Patreon, where you can choose the patron level that's right for you. Join in daily K-drama conversations, listen to bonus podcast episodes just for patrons, and participate in our monthly live K-drama support group via Zoom. We can't wait for you to be a part of the community. Until next time, annyeong!